Hey, Dr. Jake Meyer from Wave Physical Therapy. Today we're going to be talking about calisthenics. So what is a calisthenic? Calisthenics is doing body weight exercises. And the importance of that is it's lower weight, right? So it's going to be allow for active recovery. It's going to be less stress and strain on our body when we're maybe trying to recover from something, but we're still building that coordination and mind-body control of things, especially for like a youth athlete trying to just learn how our body is moving as it continues to grow. One nice thing about calisthenics is it's going to help improve your coordination, decrease your injury risk, and just work on that overall coordination, neuromuscular control. That way you can improve your performance, but it's not overstraining the body. So it can be like an active recovery after a season or even maybe in-season training. So we're going to focus on a couple main motions. The first one we're going to do is a push motion. So a couple easy things you can do there, just doing a simple push-up, okay? A couple ways you can do that. If you got the upper body strength for it, obviously you can get a regular push-up. You're going to keep kind of squeeze your bottom, keep your core tight like you're doing a plank, keep your shoulder blades pushed away, and just control up and down. What I would like to focus on here is that nice slow control down, keeping the control through their shoulder blades, power up. I'm really just focusing on that control. I'd rather do a few slow controlled ones than a bunch of fast ones with really bad form. If that's a little too hard, obviously you can break it down, make it a little easier, coming down to the knees. So you can really focus on just good coordination, good movement. That's the main thing we're trying to do here, just improve your overall control of your body to enhance your athletic performance. The next direction we're going to do is more of a pulling motion, working our backside. So a couple things you can do without some equipment is just going to be like a Superman hold. So you'll be here, laying down, maybe arms up. You're going to think about keeping our core tight, a little squeeze our bottom, and just going to raise your upper back off the ground just a little bit, just getting that chest, a little bit of space. We're really just looking for some fatigue here. Once you start feeling like you can't control it, go ahead and give it a little break. Big thing I like to focus on is doing 2 to 3 sets to fatigue, okay? So you can either do that or just focus on a set amount of time. Like I said, maybe 20, 30 seconds, doing 2 or 3 rounds of that. And we're working our back core, our shoulder blades, and a little bit of shoulder strength to help improve just that overall awareness and control of our body. The next movement pattern we're going to do is a squat. So here what we're going to do, go shoulder width apart, and we're going to do a tempo squat. So we're going to be shoulder width, take about 3 or 4 seconds to come down. So you can get down to that 90-degree spot. Pause, power up. Gonna be here, 3 or 4 seconds coming down, pause, power up. Again, maybe doing 2 rounds of 10, or just kind of do a couple sets to where you start feeling a little bit of fatigue. Again, the point here is more body control, allowing that active recovery, not really trying to push a lot of strength. Next, we're gonna do a lunge pattern, okay? So a lunge pattern is another super important one to enhance athletic performance. So all we're doing here is just stepping forward and then coming on down. As far as knowing how far to go, you want to be able to step far enough that your knees at 90 degrees in the front and your knees about 90 degrees in the back, okay? You don't want to overstride it, but you don't want to understride it either, okay? So once you kind of find that distance, you can kind of pull a mark on the ground, and after a little while, you'll be able to just kind of move and groove that pattern. Again, kind of coming in, take a couple seconds down, and then work on kind of pushing back. Coming in, controlling it down, pushing back. One way to enhance it will be doing an isometric hold. Come into the split squat stance or that lunge. You're going to come down. If you can hold that 30, I would say even 45 seconds. And if you could do 3 to 4 of those, that's a great way to build some balance, coordination, some thigh strength, some balance through our ankles, and again, just enhancing that body awareness and athletic performance. Obviously, you want to do both sides. The next aspect you want to train is your core. Our core does 4 main motions: forward and back, side to side, and rotation. So we want to work our core 360 degrees around. So I like to call the core an anti-muscle, okay? Those 4 directions, your core prevents you from falling down, it prevents you from getting pushed over, it prevents you from getting pulled to the side, and it prevents you from twisting, okay? So we want to train the core that way. Sit-ups and crunches aren't necessarily going to do it. All that does is get the sexy six-pack, which is great, but that's not going to give you much as far as performance or increasing your longevity or safety when you're playing sports. You want all your core to work, okay? So, easy ways to do it, classic plank. So what you're gonna do here, come down, elbows out, toes out. A couple of things you can do here to really enhance it. So just hanging out like this, engage your core. What we're gonna do is squeeze your butt. You're gonna kind of roll your hips underneath you, really squeeze that butt. And at the same time, squeeze your belly muscles. And then if you can try to bring your elbows towards your toes. You can see I'm already shaking a little bit. You can really engage those muscles a lot more like that versus just kind of here, butt up, and hanging out. So you want to be in, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core, bring those elbows down, feel that core engage. Looking for 2 minutes of total time. Hold it as long as you can. But once you start losing form, give it a little break, okay? So I'd rather you do reps, maybe 20 seconds, and doing enough reps to get to 2 minutes total time. If it's too hard doing it to your toes, do it on your knees. But the same thing, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core, elbows towards your knees. Aiming for 2 minutes of total time with perfect form. The next variation is gonna be a side plank. So we're gonna do here, I like to have the feet staggered, elbow right below your shoulder, hand on your hips, driving up. You wanna be a straight line through the side of your body, as well as if there's a zipper right through your belly button to your nose, to your ankles, holding it right there, okay? Again, the same idea, 2 minutes of total time, break up the reps as long as you need to once you start losing form, okay? Form's what's super important here because we're preventing that body from coming into that side bend position with this. If it's too hard doing the full one, do modified. Same rules, elbow under the shoulder, hand on the hips, get a straight line through your ear, hip to knee, and a straight line between your knees to your nose. Again, holding it for time, 2 minutes total, but break the reps up as you fatigue. Obviously do both sides. Now the way to enhance your back core is gonna be the classic bird dog. So we're gonna do here, hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips, engage your core, and you're gonna drive opposite arm, opposite leg, make a fist and point straight out, take your heel and point it straight back. The biggest mistake people make here is letting their back arch. The way to stop that is keep your ribs and your front hip bone together, okay? Squeeze your front belly muscles as you push out. Do not let your back arch, okay? If you can't go all the way out, totally fine. Go to where you can, bring it back in, come out. Again, hold it maybe like 5 seconds so you're getting some balance work, really engaging that back core, your glute, shoulder blade, which really kind of works the 3 main parts of your body, your shoulder, your core, your hips, which are super important for improving athletic performance and can be an active recovery. And now the fourth thing you can do is the dead bug. The dead bug, same little rules apply. You're gonna do knees right over your hips, hands above the shoulders. Think about keeping that front core tight. You're gonna drop opposite arm and leg, but not let this back arch off the ground, okay? Always keeping the core under control. Not impressed with how far your arms and legs go out. If they can come all the way out and control it, excellent, amazing. Do that. Hold it for a couple seconds, bring it back in. But if you struggle and that back's coming off, stop where that back comes off and then come back and reset, okay? And over time, you'll get further. Now the next thing we can do is work on balance and coordination. So we're gonna do here, pick a foot, we're gonna go with our left foot, put it underneath you. The first one's basically doing a single leg RDL, okay? You're gonna keep your back and your leg in a straight line. Go as far as you can without losing your balance, and then bring it back up. As you're doing this, you can reach straight down, you can reach off to the side a little bit, and you can reach to the other side. What we're doing here is working that hip stability, okay? And then what that looks like from the front, you can go straight down, coming over, coming over. Another way you can advance your balance is doing some leg reaches. I call it like a Y balance reach, where you're gonna do like a single leg squat. You're gonna tap your toes as far forward as you can, keeping the weight even through your bottom foot. So keeping the weight even through the foot, tap. You're gonna go backwards like you're making the back side of a Y, and you're gonna reach around to the other side like this. I call that a skater lunge or a curtsy lunge. So again, coming forward, tapping out to the side, and then kind of reaching around like that. Great ways to kind of keep working on that hip control, stability, which is super important for athletic movements and control. Great exercises to do in the off season, even in the in season, because they're gonna be a little bit lower level, but really still advancing and enhancing your motor control of your body, which will help you keep you on the field and keep you injury free. If you find these videos helpful, like and comment below, and subscribe for more weekly tips and advice.